Put yourself in a situation where you come back home after a long, strenuous day, playing football, cricket, or even running a marathon. Imagine the thirst you would feel. At that moment, all you have is barely half a glass of water, and the water is more brown than it is clear. Haunting, right? Well, this is the kind of water that millions of individuals around the world have to drink on a daily basis. What makes our incredible planet the perfect home for life is not just an ideal collection of elements in the atmosphere. It is water. Water is not just a resource, it is essential for life. Today, those of us gathered in this room can safely say that our access to water involves no particular hardship. We turn on our taps and like magic, water appears for our every need. However, this magical appearance of water is not available to a vast segment of the Indian population. Down to Earth, a news website states in its findings that over 44% of India suffers from drought, and over 163 million people in India do not have access to clean drinking water. It is estimated that by 2030, over 670 million people in India will no longer have access to clean drinking water. It was in Garvin, Maharashtra, that I truly saw the extent of damage poor water can cause. Barren lands, starving animals, devastated individuals deprived of clean drinking water. It pained me to see these helpless beings suffering from severe waterborne diseases. The village in particular is very close to my heart, as routine visits to the area, along with my father, allowed me to form a close connection with the residents. They spoke of their treacherous challenges to me, of the long treks that they would make in the scorching heat in a desperate search of water. The village is surrounded by barren mountains, a landscape that has contributed to the village's severe water crisis in the recent years. The average rainfall in Garwar is just 250 millimeters per year. This is 72% less than what is required for optimal plant growth. This had caused severe droughts along with an immense shortage of food. The villagers walked miles in search of water, and the water that they found had a TDS greater than 800, while the drinking range is from 20 to 150. Drinking this unhygienic water, the villagers suffered from ailments such as kidney stones and malnutrition caused by persistent gastrointestinal illnesses. Even though the villagers knew that their water consumption was causing these diseases, there was little they could do to change the situation. I felt helpless. But after long sleepless nights of drawing out plans, the solution finally came to me: a water softening plant. This is what comes from one person with an idea, a desire to help, and an access to resources. We do not realize how much we can do for society until we actually do it. In July 2018, my mission was to create and put into action a filtration plant that would bring clean drinking water to over 3,000 individuals in Garwar village. To be honest, it wasn't easy. It took an online fundraiser and an art exhibition to raise the funds required. These funds were used to pay for the construction of the filtration plant and also buy around 300 water containers to ensure a clean storage facility for the purified water. But this was only half the project. The second half of the project was ensuring the smooth running of the water softening plant. A successful initiative is one that is everlasting and self-sustaining. And this is when the token system was implemented. Families pay a minimal amount of their daily ration of water, which is 2 rupees for 2 liters of water and 5 rupees for 20 liters of water, causing it to be affordable for all. Now you may be wondering, why not just give the water for free? Well, firstly, when there's a price attached to something, we tend to value it more. If the water was simply given for free, the villagers would have misused it again, defeating the purpose of the project. Secondly, the money collected helps pay for the maintenance of the filtration plant and also provides funds for the plant's future expansion. Lastly, it is also ensured that none of the water goes to waste. On the day of the inauguration of the filtration plant, the response from the villagers was surprisingly unenthusiastic. It confounded me why the consumption was so low. After all, this water was essential for their living. But after speaking to the villagers about this shocking response, I came to understand that the villagers were just not used to this water, as over the years, their bodies had implemented themselves to the impure water. But soon, as days passed, the villagers became acclimatized to the new abundance of water. And to date, not even a year after the inauguration of the filtration plant, almost 360,000 liters of water have been dispatched. Thank you. Now, with the assurance of safe, clean, and plentiful water, the residents of Garvin can spend less of their household incomes on medicines and doctor's visits and can put it towards their children's education and future, taking their first step towards a better, healthier, and more productive life. Now imagine the power and possibilities if we unite. We are the instruments of change. Even a small action can have a much larger impact on society, helping hundreds and thousands of individuals. I would urge you to find a cause that moves your heart. Brainstorm, network, find what it takes to get the job done. It is certainly possible, no matter your age or experience. Trust me, being able to give back to society is a great feeling. If you have an idea of how to contribute to society, start now. Seize the day. Ultimately, it's us Generation Z who will inherit this planet. If we don't try to make it a better place, then who will? Thank you.